Hello, and welcome to Melody's Musings and Music, which I will get to eventually. I'm still working on that. Hey, today I wanted to share with you an essay that I wrote for a contest that I entered. Oh gosh, it's been a while, maybe a decade ago. I used to get stuck in rush hour traffic in Houston on my way to and from work, and I used to listen to talk radio during my commute. One day I was listening to the radio, and I happened to settle on the public broadcasting station, which I rarely listened to back then, except to hear what the other side had to say about things. And they were talking about a contest that they were offering for listeners to enter, and I'm a big contest person, so I was excited, and I listened to the instructions for how to enter the contest and just got really inspired and raced home that day and started working on my essay. And I think it took me 6 weeks or so to finish writing it. And what they said on the radio was that if your essay was selected from all of the entries that they had from various listeners, that your piece could be featured on their website. And then there was also the possibility that it could be selected to be read on the air by the author. It was a smaller group that was going to be able to do that. So I thought, what the heck, I might as well give it a shot. So the contest was based on the old Edward R. Murrow broadcasts that were done back in the 60s, 50s and 60s, I believe. And the whole theme of the contest was for listeners to write about things that they value in life and why they value those things. So that sparked my interest, and I went home and I read and I wrote my essay. The name of the contest was This I Believe. So this was my entry. I'll talk a little bit more about it after I read it. This I believe. I believe each individual life should be treasured like a mystery novel filled with clues. Each clue a key that unlocks the door of understanding to the universal library of human nature. Thus I strive to uphold the old adage, one shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Judging others often leads me to form incorrect conclusions and erect invisible barriers, imprisoning both the person I judge and me. Like book covers, people come in all varieties. Some glossy, some plain, others worn, faded, torn, or creased. If I don't open and study a book's contents, I'll never know what discoveries lie within. Likewise, if I avoid connecting with people, I'll never grow in my understanding of the wonders inherent in each soul. I learned this value as a child and grew up thinking everyone shared my view. As a youngster, I fought peer pressure to disparage those who were different. Today, too often, my snap decisions are disguised as political correctness, which I truly abhor. Still, a value worth keeping is a value worth fighting for. Like you, every day I casually observe strangers who surround me. But do I ever stop to think that the man in tattered clothes standing on the street corner is only temporarily destitute and truly needs help? Would it kill me to acknowledge his humanity, reminding myself that there, but for the grace of God, go I? One Christmas evening, I accompanied my husband and my brother-in-law to a pub in downtown Houston to celebrate the season. The pub was packed, the patrons in high spirits, the free holiday buffet endless. Each time we stepped outside to smoke, a homeless person approached. Charlie from New Orleans was diabetic, on crutches, hands severely swollen, and hadn't eaten in 2 days. Sonia from Boston was 7 months pregnant, lured away from home, then abandoned. Leroy from Atlanta needed a job. We listened and responded. A plate of food from the pub for Charlie. Information on local resources, hugs and prayers for Sonia. Cigarettes and job-seeking advice for Leroy. No longer strangers, I believe each person walked away comforted because we shared a warm cup of humanity on that cold sidewalk and offered a hand up. I pray they each felt valued and respected as human beings. One thing is certain, we all walked away humbled, grateful, and free, no longer imprisoned by erroneous judgments of our own making. And that, I believe, is as it should be. That essay was selected to be put on the website, and I was able to, they invited me to come and read it on the air the following holiday season, and I thought it was appropriate to share it. Since we're kind of at the tail end of holiday season now, here in December of 2023, as of, this recording. And so I love this story because that is something that's important to me, to not judge people. And I think maybe that's why I was, one of the lessons I was sent here to learn was to not be judgmental, because my normal nature is to be very judgmental and very critical. But I'm learning to release that part of me and to be open to helping others and not judging. I've never had to beg on the streets, but my heart goes out to people who do. And when I'm prompted to, I do everything in my power to follow whatever promptings I'm given to help them in whatever ways I'm asked to help. And if each of us would do that, this world would be a much better place for all of us. Thank you for listening. Come back and see me again soon. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.